Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today guys, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make green chili chicken enchiladas and some beans, some whole beans. I don't know why that didn't come out of my mouth. So today we're going to be making some whole beans and we're going to be making green chili chicken enchiladas. So I already have my chicken boiling. And normally what I put in my chicken as it's boiling, I'll normally just kind of just put some seasoning in it, just kind of so it does have a little bit of flavor. So I'll normally put like oregano, some chicken flavor bouillon, garlic salt, and some garlic powder. So we're going to go ahead and have that going. So we're going to be doing, boiling some water right now for the beans. Beans do take about 2 hours. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 cups of beans, and then we're going to go ahead and fill the water till you can no longer see the beans in the pan. Okay, we're going to get that started. Okay, so I do have the chicken and the beans coming to a boil. While the beans are boiling, I did add salt, a good amount of salt. You can kind of taste the water as they start to cook. You can taste the water and see if you need to add any more salt. I don't measure the salt, to be honest. I just kind of throw it in there. I'm not a really measuring type of girl. I just kind of season and I taste. That's how I do my thing. Okay, so for the chicken, even though I did season it while it's boiling, when it's done boiling and I'm gonna hand shred it, I'm gonna taste it to see if it does need any more seasoning, just in case. So as this stuff is boiling, we're gonna go ahead and get started on making the homemade green chili sauce for our enchiladas. Okay, so we're gonna be starting on our green chili salsa for our enchiladas. And so what I'm going to be putting in mind, I did look up a couple of recipes. To be honest, this is my first time making a green chili one. I've made a red sauce in the past, but I did not tape that one. But maybe I will try to make that one again. So I did look up a couple of recipes. I don't really care. This is being honest. I make enchiladas all the time for my husband, all the time. But I make red ones and I use a can, and he likes ground beef. Okay, one, I don't like the red can sauce in a can, or I do not like the sauce in the can, and 2, I don't really care for ground beef. So I was like, why don't I just make my own, and I'm gonna make them chicken, because I like chicken and green, and I like, white cheese, whatever. So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna make a green chili one. So I looked up a couple of recipes, like I said, and I kind of just went and started just making my own up. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna use the tomatillos. I bought about, I think 7 of them. I'm hoping that's enough. And then I got some Anaheim peppers. I have about 4 or 5 of those. And some serranos and garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna show you. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna clean these. You have to take off the skin off of these and clean these pretty good, because these can be very sticky. We're going to go ahead and just cut the tips off here, cut them. We're not going to take the seeds out. And we're going to peel the garlic, and same thing with the serranos. We're going to go ahead and cut the top off and go ahead and cut it in half. And then we're going to go ahead and put them in the broiler. So we're going to go ahead and be putting in some serranos. You can put jalapenos in it, different types of chilies. I did want to do poblanos and different types of chilies that they had, but they only had Anaheim chilies. So I bought about 5 Anaheim chilies, some 7 tomatillos. I did buy about 5 serranos, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see, because I don't want it too spicy, but where it's unbearable. But we'll see. And then I'm also going to be adding into it some cilantro. So we're going to go ahead and get these on the broil, or get them to start broiling, and yeah, and then we'll go ahead and put them in the blender. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started on making the sauce. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil down here. It's just kind of like this little number, just to kind of spread it around. All right, guys, so we're going to get started on making the green sauce. We're going to go ahead and I kind of just had an onion in the refrigerator, so I'm just going to peel this one. And this is my first time making a green sauce. I have made a red sauce in the past, which I'll probably try to make again. But my first time making the green one. So, all right. So we do have one. I want to say I'm not really good with my chilies, but I want to say this is like a poblano. I'm not 100% sure. So, or Anaheim. I don't know. All right, guys. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really don't know what kind of chilies these are. I thought this one was an Anaheim. This one here. And I only grabbed one. And so then I realized that I don't know why I only grabbed one chili. And so I sent my husband back to the store and he picked out these ones. And he said that these ones were Anaheim. I don't know. And I don't know if they're hot. I don't know. This one smells pretty spicy. But we're going to go ahead and give it a try and see. I'm going to try to find out what these are. I will. I'm going to find out. We're going to go ahead and just put these on. Something's hot. This one must be hot. Something is burning my eyes. That's for sure. I don't know what it is, but something. So we're going to go ahead and just cut these in half because we're going to go ahead and let these broil, and then we're going to go ahead and turn them. So we're going to turn them, and then they're going to end up getting like a film, and then we're going to go ahead and end up peeling off that skin. But we'll see once we and I'll go ahead and I'll show you once they are a little bit cooked. So we're just going to put these down. And I did oil the tin foil. All right. And I guess I'm going to put 2 serranos. Okay, and we're also going to be adding some garlic. I love garlic, so I will be putting about 3 of these garlic cloves. And these garlic cloves, they are pretty big. Look at how big they are. Seems pretty big. I've seen bigger than this, but these are pretty good size. So we're just going to just peel these off. Little tip, if this peeling just doesn't come off for you, you can always do this kind of number and kind of just smash it down and it would just peel right off. But these were pretty good and they just kind of peeled pretty easy. So we're gonna do another garlic, and I might add another onion. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in, but I think I'm gonna cut another onion up because we'll see. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead, let's put a little bit of oil on top of these. We're gonna go ahead and just drizzle a little bit on top, just drizzling. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and put these in the broiler. All right, guys, so this is what they look like so far, me broiling them. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and turn them a little bit. But this is that like film that I was telling you guys about. You can see it kind of like looks bubbly. So we're just going to go ahead and just turn them so we can get the other side broiled. I did end up adding another half of an onion and 2 more garlics. So that was a total of about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little tiny one, garlics, and basically a whole onion. Let's go ahead and just, they're slippery because of the oil, but alrighty. Then I'm gonna go ahead and, oh my gosh, this one's getting so stubborn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add them back into the broiler, and then I'll go ahead and show you what they look like, and then we're gonna go ahead and start peeling off that film, skin, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and start peeling that off. Alrighty. Alrighty, so this is what your chilies should look like. They should look a little burnt. And then I'm gonna show you how to just take off the skin. So you're just going to, you can let them cool a little bit, but the skin literally just peels right off. So we're gonna put the skin over here. And then once we have them peeled, we're gonna go ahead and throw them into the blender. So we're just gonna do this on repeat. Just peel all of this skin off. And then just throw them into the blender. I'm just gonna do all seeds, leave all the seeds in. It's only gonna be me and my husband eating them, so I'll probably end up making the kids something else to eat. Just the way things go around here. Alrighty. So I have them all peeled. I try to peel them as good as I could for the most part. I got most of the skin off. Just double check before you do throw them into the blender. I only peeled the chilies. I didn't peel the skin off the tomatillos or anything like that. Just the chilies. So we're just gonna go ahead. Seems like we're gonna have too much. And you know what? I've made let's mix this. I have made a green salsa, like a salsa verde, and to be honest, it's more or less the same stuff. Besides these bigger chilies, I just added the tomatillos, garlic, serranos, and cilantro.
Mommy, here comes the chocolate.
Okay, sorry. So I blended it. I'm trying to make it as, you know, I guess not chunky, very thin, I guess. I don't know how to say it, like runny, because it's gonna go onto the tortilla. So I did blend it, and now I'm adding my cilantro. So let's get that blended. So our next step is, once we have our chile ready, we're gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna make all of this. I'm probably gonna do about, ooh, spilling everywhere. Let's do about 2 cups for right now. I'm gonna see how much this makes. And we're gonna start with 2 cups, and because we're also gonna be adding about a cup to our sauce here. Sorry. So we're gonna add about 2 cups of the chili. We'll do 2.5 cups of this chili here. Okay. And if we need to make more, we definitely can. But we're gonna go ahead and add the chili to a saucepan. And then with the chicken broth that we had, that we boiled the chicken in, we're gonna go ahead and add that in there. And we're gonna add about, I'm gonna say 1.5 cups of it. Let's see, so like that. And we're gonna go ahead and mix it. Just use a spoon. And we're just gonna go ahead and bring this to a boil. So it's gonna come to a boil, and then we'll go ahead and give it a taste. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have my green sauce. Trying to get it to be get warmed up a little more. The beans, let's bring you over here to the beans. The beans are still boiling. I keep checking them, and I have to keep on adding water. They're taking forever. Different stoves are just different, and my stove from our old house, it took about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, and I feel like we're going on like already 2 hours of having these boil. So we'll see what happens. They're gonna eventually be done, but who knows when. So we have the chili here, and then right here on the back stove, or on the back burner, we have my oil. This stove is so crappy. I hate it because it's like it always like tilts to one side. But I'm basically getting some oil heated up. I'm gonna warm up the tortillas. So I kind of just fry them a little bit, and then I'm gonna fry them. Then I'm gonna go ahead and then dip them into our sauce. Oh, look at our little friend here. And my sexy man. Okay, so let's get these, hoping that's, okay, so what we're going to start to do now, we're going to go ahead and put our tortillas in the oil. I'm looking for my tongs, and I just noticed that I put them in the, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place them into the glass pan, and so they're not so greasy. You just literally do this for a couple of seconds. You don't want them to get too hard, because then it's gonna be hard for you to roll them. So you just kind of just cook them a little bit, and on repeat. You just do that until however many you're going to be making. I like to just make a couple, and then once I get a good little pile going on, then I'll start making a few, and then just kind of work it like that, so I'm not making too many tortillas or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and do a few of these, cook these up, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you in the next part of the video on how we're going to be dipping them and stuffing them with the cheese and our chicken, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you our chicken really quick. I put the chicken in here, and I went ahead and I shredded it. One thing I did forget to tell you guys in the beginning of the video, when I was boiling the chicken, I did boil an onion in it, just to kind of give it a little bit more flavor. And then after I was done shredding it, I did add a little bit more seasoning, like garlic, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Garlic powder is my weakness, so I add garlic powder pretty much in anything. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start showing you how we make the enchiladas. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret what I like to do when I'm grating white cheese, like Monterey Jack cheese. I like to put it in the freezer for a few minutes, and it kind of makes it a little bit harder, makes the cheese a little bit more stiffer for you to grate. In previous times of me grating white cheese, it's like softer. It ends up getting softer the longer it sits out. So freezing it kind of makes it stiff. It makes it a whole lot easier grating it. I highly doubt this is going to be enough cheese because I'm going to put a good amount of cheese, but I'm just going to show you the process of rolling the enchiladas. Let's get started. So I brought my pan over here. Make sure to have your oven starting to preheat at about 300. Yes, baby? Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move these over here. And so what I like to do, I like to add a little bit of the sauce down at the bottom of the pan. We're just going to pretty much coat the bottom just so that when you get an enchilada, you do have some sauce on the bottom of it. So you're going to go ahead and just kind of coat the bottom. If you don't do this, it's not going to be the end of the world or anything like that. Just something I like to do just to kind of get a little base. So then you're going to go ahead and you're going to dip it into that. Okay, green chili. We're going to add a little bit of chicken. And we're going to add some cheese into here. And we're just going to roll it up. Roll it and roll it. Some chicken. And then add some cheese. And we're going to fill up this whole pan doing the same thing just over and over. I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you once my whole pan is filled. I'm going to add some cheese and roll it, and there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo that until I have the whole pan filled, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you the finished product. So while I was making more tortillas, I put the sauce on for about 10 minutes on high, and it made it so much thicker. And that's kind of what you wanted. I was kind of like looking at my sauce and it was kind of really thin. And if you look, my enchiladas just don't look saucy. They look really dry. So we're going to see if cooking it a little bit longer made it thicker. And so we're going to go ahead and dip our tortilla in there. And it does look a little bit thicker. Add some chicken. Add some cheese. And roll it up. Okay, so I finished my whole pan. I'm gonna put some more sauce on top. Sauce on top, and make sure like to do like the little edges so that, I don't know, every time I made enchiladas, I always made sure to do the edges. I don't know why. So that's something. So we're gonna go ahead. Aiden, please get down. Everybody's here now in the house. I had Aiden, he was sleeping earlier, so now he's up. I had Aubrey outside with Dad. Nicholas was cleaning his car, so she was out there hanging out. She likes to hang out there, and he plays her music and stuff like that. It's like the cutest thing ever. But so we have the enchilada. I put a lot of sauce on top. I'm sure the tortilla will absorb it. It doesn't really matter. And then we're just gonna add our cheese on top of this. Go ahead and put the cheese. I am a cheese lover, so I like a lot of cheese. But it's so weird. Like, I only eat enchiladas when I make sauce from scratch. So this is my first time making a green sauce from scratch. I have made a red sauce from scratch. I'm not sure if I said that already, but I did make a homemade red sauce, which came out so good. And that was, I made the I ended up eating my own enchiladas that time. I don't know, I just, from a can sauce, to me, I can't think of what the green one tastes like, but just the red one, just to me tastes like, I don't know, like a grimy taste, I don't know. So after I'm done putting the cheese, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some cilantro on top of that. And some green onion on top of that. So cilantro, green onion. And there we have our finished enchiladas. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven. I did put the oven at 300, which my oven, that means 350. My oven's off, but we're gonna go ahead and put them in and then let them cook for a little bit. And then for the last couple of minutes, we're gonna go ahead and put the broiler on. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in. Okay, so this is what they look like. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys real quick. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add some more fresh cilantro on top, like that. I don't like how the cilantro got brown, and I had thought about that when I was putting it on top, and whatever. But that is the finished product. But that is what it is while it's done. My big Pop eating chicken. Say hi, Pop. Say hi, Aiden. Hi. No. And then my big girl. Put chocolate all over your face. Okay, so we're gonna have Nicholas try them.
Hi, I'm Nick, Kim's husband. About to try her homemade enchiladas.
Yeah, try it. Yay!
Let me see here. Delicious.
And he's not just saying that.
No, not just because she's not like they are delicious. Even though all her food's delicious.
Even though what?
All your food's delicious.
Oh, okay, yes. They're good? Are they too spicy? Are they spicy?
No, you can taste the spice. They're really good. Not too hot, obviously, but approved by me.
Good.
Your husband.
All right. Love you, babe.
Love you too.
And our house is still a mess with Christmas Santa stuff. Okay. Alright guys, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and push the little bell so you get notifications every time we post up a new video of our chaos family. Talk to you guys later. Also, if you guys have any ideas of things you would like me to make, cook or bake, please comment down below so that I can see those comments and I will be willing to go ahead and make whatever you guys desire. Thank you.